So this video is going to show you the makeup that I do when I have an audition, the makeup that I did when I was going into the city and auditioning every day at Ripley or Pearl or whatever. And it's also the same makeup that I wore when I was doing my 8-show week with Avenue Q. This makeup look is also super versatile. You can wear it pretty much any day of the week if you just want to like put on makeup. And so without any further ado, let's get into the video. I'm going to take you through like the routine that I would do when I would get ready to go on the train to go to an audition. We'll say that. Okay, so I'm going to start with the Ultra Repair Wild Oat Hydrating Toner. This is by the brand First Aid Beauty. I love First Aid Beauty. It just like really wakes up the skin because usually I would leave in the morning and it would be early and my face would be puffy. This really just, it really like soothes and makes your skin less red. I just take a little bit on my hand. I don't even use like pads or anything. And I just stamp it into my skin. So this is the Eye Duty Brightening Cream, also by First Aid Beauty. I find that it brightens up my under eyes so much, especially when I am so tired. This is just like, oh my god, it just feels amazing. This kind of just adds that glow from the inside out, which I love. It's that natural glowy look. So now that my my toner's on, my eye cream is on, I go in with my moisturizer. This is the oil-free Sensitive Skin Neutrogena moisturizer. Again, I just pat it into the skin. I don't really rub very hard because I don't want to aggravate my skin. It gets really red really easily. I always go down on my neck. You can see that I've used this a lot. This is the IT Cosmetics CC cream. It has SPF in it, which I love. And it's also super light and a little goes a long way. And I love that because I've had this forever. I don't ever put anything on my forehead. I find that whenever I do, it ends up just looking cakey. It ends up in my hairline and I don't like it. Maybe I'll just dust a little setting powder on it so that it's not so shiny at the end. Now I'm going to just bounce this beauty blender over my skin. It's so light and you can still see like the glowiness underneath that the moisturizer created, which I love. Next, I take the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Fair Beige, and I, again, just a little bit goes a long way. I do a dot, and a dot, and a dot, and a dot. I don't look like I have, you know, cake batter on my face. It's still really glowy and natural looking and light. I can still move my face, which is great for theater, right? Okay. Next, I like to take this. This is my favorite powder ever. It is the translucent Laura Mercier setting powder. The best setting powder I've ever used. Highly recommend. And I just kind of like dab it into the face. I don't really like swirl or anything. And again, I'm just bringing it up to my forehead a little bit just so it doesn't have that cakey look, because we move our forehead, well, we move our eyebrows a lot, and sometimes when there's too much stuff going on your forehead, it starts to crinkle, and I don't like that look. Just to add a little bit of warmth into the face, I use the Sephora brand Bronzed in the shade Santorini. Take a little bit on the brush, gonna suck in the cheeks, and just go a little bit above the cheekbone. If we go below the cheekbone, it starts to drag the face down. It just doesn't look great. A little bit goes a long way. That's the theme, I guess, of this video. And we are bronzed. I like to add blush for the end because it's my favorite part. I don't know why, I've just always done blush at the very end of my makeup. I just think it looks better. So I put a lot of powders on my face, so I'm going to spritz it with this Mario Badescu lavender spray. I always found that this is just super refreshing. Kind of just adds some like life back into my face. Yeah, that was nice. Now I'm going to take this Precisely My Brow pencil from Benefit. I'm gonna just brush through my brows, do them off camera, and then come back. I like to use the Milk Makeup. It's in the shade Lit. It's just a really pretty, bright highlighter color that comes out a little golden. It's warmer. What I do, I don't use a brush. I swirl my finger in it. I just put a little bit on my inner corner. For our eyes again, I'm going back to the bronzed Sephora bronzer in Santorini. I'm just going to take this MAC crease brush and go into my crease with the bronzer, so we don't have to carry another eyeshadow palette or anything in our bag. It makes it super easy. The eyes look very natural. They're just kind of accentuated with a little bit of highlight in the inner corners and the bronzer in the crease. Super simple. Usually by this point, I will take some chapstick or Vaseline or something and just put it on my lips so that when I'm ready to put on my lipstick, my lips are nice and hydrated and nothing looks cracked or dry. There have been many mornings where I get to this point and I'm like, do I wear top eyeliner? Do I not? Definitely not necessary, but I always think that it adds that extra pop to your eyes if it's done well. I have succeeded many times, I have failed many times. Sometimes I have gotten to this point, and when I do my top eyeliner, one eye comes out great, and then one eye I end up smudging, or it's just not working, and then I get frustrated, and then I take it off with some makeup remover, and then it messes up the whole face, and then I get frustrated, and you know, it's just not worth it sometimes. But I'm feeling brave today, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that off camera so that I can concentrate a little better. Okay. I always use e.l.f. And I didn't know that e.l.f. stands for eyes, lips, and face. I just found that out, which is pretty cool. I use it in jet black. It's a great eyeliner. It lasts all night. It lasts through a whole show. They're not identical, but they work. I think it worked out. They're good. Okay, so I really like to curl my lashes nice and long and hard so that they are really curled. It looks like a torture chamber, but it's worth it. I use the Better Than Sex Too Faced waterproof mascara. I love waterproof. It really just depends on what you like. Some people don't like it because it's hard to take off. I just like it because it doesn't really flake, and if it's like raining out or humid, I won't have any of that black under eye raccoon look thing, which kind of just ruins the makeup. When I'm applying mascara, I like to really get in underneath the lash and like twist. I really like this mascara because the wand is really wide, so it gets all of your lashes at once, or almost all of them, at least mine, and I like the effect. So now we have top on. I'm just gonna do a tiny bit of bottom mascara. Not too crazy. I don't want to have the spider lash look, which is cool, but not for what we're going for. We want it to be very simple and just alluding to the fact that we have bottom lashes, you know? Okay, so now we have the eyes complete. For the most part, this is it. So now just the finishing touches. So for my highlighter, I use the Ofra highlighter in the shade Glazed Donut. Just tap it in and swipe it on the tops of my cheekbones. Just brings out the glow that was already there. It just kind of highlights it, because that's, you know, what highlighter does. We're coming back to life. Even though it might be early or we're tired, I think this really elevates the look. Okay, so now blush. So I'm using this Revlon blush in the shade Mauvelous, as in mauvelous, but I love it because I've heard my family talks like that anyway when they're actually saying the word marvelous. They're like, oh, you look mauvelous. We're gonna go above the cheekbones so that we don't have blush all over our face that drags it down. I'm going to just kind of gently swipe blush on my cheekbones, a little bit across my nose, on the forehead. I always end up adding more blush, and it usually is fine. Especially if you're going to be on stage, the amount of blush that you put on in the dressing room is never enough for some reason, at least for me. This is a matte Maybelline lipstick in the shade Touch of Spice. I've been using it since my freshman year of college. The hair and makeup department put this in my bin to use for my face, and I was kind of like, I'm gonna use my own lipstick, and then I tried it and I was like, oh my god, this is my lipstick forever. The shade just looks really good. It's not too pink, it's not too red, it's not too dark, it's not too light. It is literally the perfect shade. I just love it so much. I think it goes with any look. It looks really great on my lips. I know that my friend uses it too, and it looks completely different on her lips, but she loves it too and uses it for everything. So I'm gonna go and apply this. See, it's like not too in your face. I'm going to spray my face again, just add some more hydration. I take my hair down, I put some dry shampoo. I'm gonna go just dip my head and do this. Yeah, so this is it. The hair is simple, makeup is simple and natural, and we're glowing and it's great. And then I just pack all that up in a tiny little bag and bring it and just touch up as needed. And this makeup look is super breathable and natural, and I think that it's great to just highlight all the features that you have because you're you and you should look like you. I know it's really tough right now for actors and theater performers and any sort of artist right now, but especially for the stage, there's not a lot happening, but I just wanted to share what I used to do every single day, and I hope that I get to do this again and that all of you can maybe use these tips for the future. So if you want to see the new videos that I upload, you can follow me on Instagram at Glickman and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I am planning on uploading a lot of musical content as well as fashion, lifestyle, and makeup, and sharing them all with you. So again, thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. Bye guys.